Menu narration set to 100. Menu narration set to 100.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. On that Pittsburgh sideline, a look there at the Steelers head coach. His guys coming off a statement win last week in blowout fashion. On the other side is the head coach of the Browns. His guys, on the other hand, couldn't pull one out last week in the opener, so they're looking for their first win at home here in Week 2.
Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Mike Tirico along with my partner Greg Olson. That's the kicker. Tyler Luke set to get this started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I love watching a player of any position come back after a bad game. I think it really just speaks to their mental toughness and their ability to grind, because the reality is, if you can only play well when things are going your way, you're not going to play very long in the NFL. So I am very interested to see, Mike, what sort of approach does this guy come into today's game with, saying, last week is over, I'm going to remain aggressive, I'm going to put my team on my back, and go out there and do whatever I have to do to get a win.
You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 5. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Check pink. That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Off play. He's set up to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Jamar Stewart. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
He'll get that out wide to Sampson, and he'll get about 3 here on second down before he's out of bounds.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Set, ready.
Throwing now on third and long. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
Defensive line clearly has a beat on this offense. They've got to find a way to settle their pass protections. If they want to be able to get their quarterback in any sort of established rhythm and timing going forward, they're going to have to do a lot better job protecting them early in this game. That's already 2 sacks allowed.
No return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll stay on the ground. Pass midfield to the 45. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Browns offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. Greg, they say flush a game after you lose, right? But when you built up all year for the opener and you get blown out, is it even harder to flush for players?
Well, certainly that's the question, Mike. And regardless of how much the coach stands up there and you try to say, hey, it's a new week, we've got to move forward. And certainly that's the case in the NFL. If you let bad losses linger, you're going to find yourself in a bigger hole.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. His pass complete to Jalen Noel. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. It is a big play for the Browns. It covers 51 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end. I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number. I know it's easy from up in the booth, Mike, but I think that's one of those zone reads where the quarterback needs to pull it and keep it himself. The defense was clearly keyed on the running back. Not much room in there. No gain.
Here we go. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Ready.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Steeler injured on that play. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Ready.
It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Now a give on the ground. And they will finally run him down up near midfield. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Finds an alley to the 35. And he will go all the way. Touchdown Steelers. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. Greg, it's one of those weird feelings you build all year for the opener. You play a tight game and lose. It kind of changes the feeling coming into this week a little bit.
Yeah, it certainly does, and if you're not careful, what's that cardinal rule? You don't want one loss to turn into 2, one bad play to turn into 2. The best teams in this league, they have an uncanny ability that regardless, good or bad, blowout or close one from the previous week before, it doesn't lead into the next week's work and ultimately the next week's game. So we'll find out, were they able to learn from the good? And there certainly was a lot of it. But can they move forward today and not let the disappointment of last week trickle into today?
Ready?
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
And what a nice job there, getting his feet down on the sideline to secure his first catch of the game. They need to continue to find ways to get him involved, however the opportunity presents.
Trying to run here with Sampson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
At the 37-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Opposite.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Black block.
They'll try it now with Sampson. Inside the 30. A big playback time on 4th and 1. 62 yards.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of the attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
He'll look to throw. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
A second effort, and he is in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, Browns. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good, and the Browns are back within 4. It is 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steelers' offense and their running back set to go once more. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. And it might very well lean on him the next 3 quarters, too. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 20 now.
Go! Go!
They'll stick with him again. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40. 1 quarter in the books. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. The Steelers with the football to begin the second quarter. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Room to run past midfield. And he will be taken down, but not before he gets to the Browns' 22-yard line. A big-time play for Pittsburgh. 39 yards.
Get it!
First down.
Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Right back to him on first down. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Come on, come on! Hit! 70 Timberwolves!
Here's Reynolds. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
And he will score! Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Luke now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Steelers are out to a 21-10 lead. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense and running back Dylan Sampson heading back onto the field. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down.
Ready! Set!
Right away, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second and 10. Throw run with Sampson. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
Looked like that might have been a RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Returnable from the 17. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 34-yard line, here's second and 8.
Let's go now! 70 Lions! Cuddy!
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Here comes third and 6.
Cuddy! 19 tight. 19. Mustang 19. 18 Bradley. 19 Wyatt. Steady.
From the gun, here's Gabriel. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. That one hits at the 3, but goes in the wrong direction for the punter. It turns out to be a touchdown. The Browns offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field.
Here we go. Black, 95. Ready.
He'll drop the throw. The thing is knocks over the middle. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And it's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Derek Harmon getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Bronco 80.
Back to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. So, Greg, this was not a Christmas gift in May when the schedule maker said, hi, your season's going to start with back-to-back road games. However, win the first. If you can win here and then head home 2-0, man, this season takes on a very different tone.
There's no question. And, Mike, am I crazy, though? I could make an argument that I'd rather play the away games earlier in the season. We're fresh. We're not beat up. We don't have a roster that's depleted, getting a lot of new guys into this. When you get into the meat of the season, middle to back end, there's a lot of new guys.
He gets free. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 78 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Browns offense headed back to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half.
There's no rest to my down. Whatever I got your money up. But leave it on God for money down.
Gonna send it downfield toward Knox. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
Cowboy 80.
Quick hitting slant there.
Bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll try to set up the screen here. This one will be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking them down for a loss.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Get it. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Throwing now from the gun. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That one incomplete. Hubbard outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns are back within 2 scores. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Okay, break.
Steelers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He finds a seam, a good run, up past the 40. Let's give him 9 on that. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
2nd and a yard.
6.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have the first down yard. Across the 50 to the 48. Now a signal, timeout call. 9 seconds left to play in this first half.
Down. Cowboy.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Go.
Shotgun snap to Gabriel. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10.
Bronco 80. 70 Timberwolves. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Mavericks. 60 Mavericks.
Out of the gun, Gabriel. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
First down. 38 yards on the play.
Ready?
First down, Steelers.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Second and 10. 5-yard line.
Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 Buffalo 18. Ready, ready.
To throw is Gabriel. Catch made there, left side by Walker. And they'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And they'll try to convert it on third down.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On the ground, it's Reynolds. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Steeler first down.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
A carry here for Reynolds. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be second down.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and...
Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. The extra point is good. And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead. Now, after the touchdown, Loop is back out to kick this one away. We'll start at the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Browns offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me?
Come on, set. 70 Timber.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
Makes it 3rd and
8. Go. Bronco 80.
Have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. This will be returnable from his own 15. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Panther 60.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down. Here's 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
Ready? 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready?
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues.
Here we go. Cougar 19. Ready?
And the gun, here's a run at the gun. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Savion Jones on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Viking 18.
49-yard line.
Ready?
They'll run on 2nd down. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, it sets up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and 3.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Good job on the ground to pick it up. Mark it out at 38 with those changes. First down.
And with this field position, Mike, I think you're looking at this like it's 4-down territory. So I think they're able to get it there on third down. But even if he didn't, I think that third down call was all about setting up. If we needed to, we'll go for it on fourth.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
Okay, ready?
From 31. Here is second and 3.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a second and 3 forthcoming.
Come on, come on. Set.
Probably see a lot of this as they begin the fourth quarter on the grass. And he moves down to the 25. That's good enough for a first down.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And
Let's go now.
I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Cowboy 80.
They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there. Just a short gain. From the 24 now, here's second and 9.
70 Timberwolves.
Throwing is Gabriel. Caught by Walker. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you work for all offseason long, to start your season and build some early momentum. Gives you a lot of flexibility and wiggle room as the rest of this season plays on.
From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Here's second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the fourth quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll do so with first and 10. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And the Browns
A gain there of 21. First down, Cleveland.
41-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Noel that time. And it'll bring up second down.
Ready?
Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 4.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half.
Get it?
Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. That is incomplete. Here we go. Here's out to what could be their final play. It's fourth down. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Ready?
His drive will start on the ground. He's to the 45. And he is gone. 88 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game.
Browns 13. Tyler Luke set to kick off.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Browns offense ready to get back at it. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground. And a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Gonna send it downfield toward Knox. Well covered on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Saker.
I think you chalk this one up like to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
2nd and 4.
Ready? Lightning, 18. Dragon, 60. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Looking to throw is Gabriel. He'll take a shot here for the end zone.
It doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag. A little late, but it's probably a touchdown.
First down and more inside the 15. And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. The extra point is up and through. And the Steelers add on to their already sizable lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0.